The feature wall has turned people onto the exciting use of big pattern. That now has spread to all four walls, and this is something that I can see is going to be here to stay for some time. With me is decorating expert from Wallpaper Direct, Melanie Adams, and we're going to find out what the secrets are. So Mel, how do you choose a wall covering when you're going to do all four walls with it?
Well, don't be afraid. I mean, it's the same theme. It's confidence and having a go with something big and bold. This is a fabulous paper in this room. Brave, bold design, but with a neutral background. And on all four walls, it works really, really well.
Why do you think it is we've begun to change again, and suddenly from everything being just painted walls, now this is the new excitement in decorating?
Well, I think there's a whole generation that have not used wallpaper before. And there's a skills shortage as well. We had a generation who didn't use it, and the feature wall was a great way of being a bit more experimental and bold and using one wall, you know, maybe just 3 rolls of paper. I think the danger with using one feature wall in every room in your house is you walk in and it's, oh, there's a feature, oh, there's a feature. This room is about all the way round, wrapping up the whole feeling of what you like about colour and the design, and it works in a room this size.
So is there any special tip about starting to take on a major project like decorating a whole room like this?
Always use a lining paper. You know, we say if you're wearing a lovely dress, good underwear always makes it look better. Wallpaper is just the same. It needs to be underdressed with a lining paper.
Now, a dumb question, but a lot of people wouldn't have heard what a lining paper is. What is it?
It's absolutely plain paper. It's a little bit wider than a standard paper, but the key to when you're using it is it's for practice. If you've not hung paper before, because it's relatively cheap compared to your finished paper, you can make mistakes with it, you can get your technique right. Ideally, you hang it horizontally, and the reason for that is when you hang your top paper, you never have your lines, your joins coming in the same place. Wow. And if you're hanging a wallpaper horizontally, you start at the bottom, ideally, and work your way up. Overhang the skirting a little bit so you can trim it and you get your first piece absolutely straight, and then line from the bottom up.
Get a spirit level, draw a line around the room, so that wallpaper is going to overhang the skirting, and that's the starting point, and then work upwards from there.
And with lining paper, never overlap it. It's better to leave a slight gap than to overlap. If you've got a big, strong design like this and your focal point is your fireplace, then you start your first piece, you look at the design and you start from the middle of your fireplace and work out and around the room. Best place to finish is behind the door, because that's where you're always going to have to hide something on the pattern repeat as you get back to the corner of the room.
What's this one called? Because it really is very special.
This is Tahiti from Albany East. If you've got a smaller room and you like the idea of a big scale design, use something a little more tonal. This paper is one of yours.
I know this one.
Here's one you made earlier. And you've got the metallics in this design, but it's not as bold with the colour. So in a smaller room, you might feel a little more comfortable.
I must say, in most of the design that I do, I'm very conscious that the majority of people live in relatively small houses and quite small rooms. So again, that's why I'm in awe of this design that's here, because it's really very bold.
But you've still got these lovely metallic mica effects which give the light and shade. As the room during the day, the light changes.
So how much do you think people should follow the trend and the desire that they've got in clothing and interpret that in their home?
If you particularly like an item of clothing, why not take that colour and design through and use it in your home?
So remember, if you're looking for inspiration to decorate your home, start off by having a look in your wardrobe.